Combat Convo, you know what it is, man. We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the page. So today we're gonna be reacting to something that Ice Cube son said. And we're gonna get right into it.
People who don't watch anything besides the two, okay? Either whether you're younger or older, stuck in your ways. If I'm watching someone on AEW and I ask, who is this guy? I don't need you to tell me I'm not a real wrestling fan, to tell me how could you not know such and such who gives a damn? Like, I need you, all right, inform me, bro. Or at least have your programming in a way to let people know why you should love this dude, why you should fuck with this guy. That's something that I feel like is missing. Conan, when I was on his podcast, he brought up, when you watch UFC and they give you a little backstory about this dude, backstory about that dude, what this guy's had to go through, what he's done, and vice versa. And then they put him in the room and they cuss each other out. And then by watching those videos, you've picked a side of who you're with. That's missing from that. What they have is this niche group of people who watch all of these wrestling shows and they're already in the know. So when they see these names together, it is a dream match for them. But you're trying to sell this to American television, baby. You got to movie that up a little bit. You got to give me some cinema to follow, something to hold on to besides the announce team running down a list for me while this dude's walking down the ramp. And I feel like that's missing. And when you are trying to get involved and trying to really give something a chance, and when you question it even a little bit, and you get 80 no-faced accounts coming at you, at any given time, you're like, man, fuck this noise, bro. Like, I'm cool off of it. If y'all like it, I don't. And I don't want that. I have people over there that I'm cool with. I talk to Swerve at least once every week or so, just talking about wrestling, talking about stuff that's going on, how Daniel Garcia almost killed him on that announce table. But, that type stuff. Dante Martin, when he broke his foot, after a while, I asked about him, got his Twitter page, DM'd him, and was like, yo, are you all right? What's your recovery looking like? Told him how, explosive I think he is. And there's people over there, obviously all my old WWE people that I still care about. If anyone who follows me knows, when Aleister Black made the move over and became Malachi, I was crushed. I thought we were idiots to let that guy go. Aleister was I was such a huge fan of him during his NXT, and I was waiting for his push on the main roster. Same thing when Andrade. Now Andrade is back. When I see things like the LWO, I was pissed that Andrade's not in it. When I see things like Judgment Day, I'm pissed Aleister Black isn't there. So now I still watch those guys, Adam Copeland as well, over on their AEW run. I don't hate AEW. I hate their faceless fans. The miserable, faceless fans who got not even a picture of themselves and have the nerve to try to stand on their words. I hate your guts.
All right, man. We back. So, I'm going to say 90% of the time it'd be one person who does that. They say faceless fans. They have these apps now where you could create bots. And they create these bots. And they just basically type 3 or 4 different things. Or they just tell the AI to do it. Because you can actually tell AI to make bots now. And they'll make the bots. I agree with what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a boxing expert. But very into boxing a lot. Big into boxing. But I don't know everything. So when someone says to me, oh, you didn't know this person was a champion of this weight class? I'll be like, nah. They'd be like, oh, you don't really like boxing then. Be like, really? I can name more fighters than you. I know more fighters. I've seen more fight matches than you. But I'm not really into boxing because I don't know your guy who's in your favorite weight class, who's from Italy somewhere. A fighter I never heard of. You don't know him? That's crazy. He's one of the best in the world. And I understand where he's coming from when he say that. Instead of just being informative, like people, if you don't know something, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know everything about wrestling. I did back in the day, but now I don't. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't know everything about wrestling because it changed, you know. But all the new guys, I know some of them, but I don't know most of them. But most of the guys I know that's in AEW, they from WWF. I know them, but some of these new dudes, I don't know these dudes. Mm-hmm. But it wouldn't be nice for somebody to say, "Whoa, like yo, you know AJ Styles?" Be like, "I really don't know AJ Styles." You don't know AJ Styles? Oh, you really ain't a wrestling fan, bro. AJ Styles, bro. I can't believe you don't know him. Everybody knows AJ Styles, bro. Like everybody don't, cause I don't. Mm-hmm. So he right, man. I don't like that either.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with him 110%. I don't like it neither. I've dealt with it before. I don't deal with it that much, but I have dealt with it a few times. Like, here's the thing, like, and I'm not going to just, like, you know, put it on AEW fans. I'm going to put it on all wrestling fans. All wrestling fans do what he just said. All wrestling fans do it. You know, we might not do it, but all wrestling fans do it. And it's crazy because, like, they do it in such an obnoxious way that it makes you not even want to watch the sport anymore just to have a peace of mind. They do it. They do it. Especially the ones on YouTube and the ones on TikTok. They do it the most. They do it the most. If I don't know something, you got to tell me. But don't tell me that I'm not a fan because I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? And he's right. He's right. You know, there need to be more of a presentation of a lot of these new age wrestlers that are coming out because they're coming out so fast. There's no backstory. Nobody knows. Most of the wrestlers that I know in AEW, I know their backstory because I followed them in the indies. So I already know what they're about from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? But there's still a lot of wrestlers within the promotion that I still have yet to really figure out. You know what I mean? That don't mean that I don't like the wrestler. That just means I don't know what the wrestler's about. So he's right. There needs to be more of a backstory with some of the guys, you know? But I wouldn't just put that on AEW. I would put that on the other promotions as well because there's still wrestlers in the NXT that I have yet to really figure out. Even though I've become a fan of theirs, I still have yet to understand where they came from, you know? But I feel like in NXT, WWE, whatever, I feel like, you know, in their situation is different because they're developing future superstars. You know what I mean? Like just a few weeks ago, I found out about Umofemi. You know, he's a Nigerian wrestler. He's the North American champion. I was like, wow. You know, where did he come from? You know what I'm saying? But then I had to go do my research to figure out, you know, his whole backstory or whatever, you know? I felt like they could have explained it a little more, but I had to go figure that out. But I became a fan because I could relate. He's Nigerian. My culture's Nigerian. So I was like, oh, boom, that's an instant. I can relate. You know, but not everybody's like that. You know what I'm saying? So he makes some valid points, man. They got, you know, wrestling as a whole just got to do better, you know, with the whole presentation thing. I just feel like as a whole, they got to do better. And I think they have improved over the course of time. They have improved. But it's just this, every now and then you run into them little situations where, you have the one or two faceless fans that start jibber jabbering, and they're always making something out of nothing, so it is what it is.
Hey man, Combat Convo, you know what it is, man. Shout out to Ice Cube, son, man. We out of here. See y'all. Peace, bye.